Laser sights will make you a more accurate and confident shooter by providing visual feedback on sight alignment and trigger control. Crimson Trace, making laser sight standard equipment. Learn more at crimsontrace.com.
Today on Gun Talk, we're live from the Colt booth at the 2017 SHOT Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now here's Tom.
All righty, we are at the Colt booth, SHOT Show 2017. Hey, I'm Tom Gresham. This is Gun Talk. Glad that you could be with us. We are having a ball. We got people all around us. It is, 60,000 or so of our closest friends again gathered together to look at all the cool stuff. Guns, ammo, scopes, accessories, and we're in the Colt booth, which is very cool. Not at all the place it was just a few years ago. We're joined by Paul Spitale from Colt. Paul, you have toys in front of you here.
Always have toys with me, Tom, in our booth. And
thank you for hosting us, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's our pleasure. I got to tell you, two of the special guns coming out of our show. One is the Cobra revolver. So
the revolver is the thing, man.
Incredible response to this revolver. First time in nearly 20 years we came out with a revolver. And for us, the most important thing about it was to honor the legacy of Colt's revolvers. We had such a storied history in the double-action revolvers. But this gun is really special. We wanted to stay with our 6-shot,
right?
In a small-frame revolver. The other thing we did, most notably, is we really changed the trigger and how the trigger actually pulls. The trigger pull on this gun is fantastic.
Well, give me that.
Yeah,
Let me give you that. I'm going to hold this up to the microphone here.
There you go, brother. It's so smooth and linear. There's no stacking. It's just a beautiful, beautiful trigger.
Man.
And so we did a lot of things really innovative in the pistol. The other is the sight structure. We put on it a fiber optic sight that the consumer can actually change out with a simple Allen key. And as you know, a lot of the small frame revolvers, it can be very difficult to change the sights out, whether they're staked or roll pin.
Yeah,
so we're really, really happy with the way this gun turned out.
And the whole deal is a lot of small revolvers have very little in the way of sights at all.
Yeah.
And now you got fiber optic in there. When you hold that thing up, it just pops. I mean, your eye just jumps right to it.
The other thing about it that we intentionally made the gun as a steel frame gun. There's so many people in our industry that, the lighter the gun, it doesn't necessarily mean it's easier to shoot. And for us, this steel frame gun, that's a 38 special, again, intentionally. It's rated for plus P, but we wanted a 38 special.
Right.
And it's a pleasure to shoot.
Well, I'm just going to give you guys a shout-out because a lot of people would say, make it light because in the store people will pick it up and go, I really like that, and they'll buy it. But what you did, you said, no, we want people to be able to shoot it and enjoy the shooting of it.
Exactly.
Because when you actually know a lot about guns, you say, a really super lightweight, 38 plus P revolver is not fun to shoot.
Exactly. And I think the more they practice, the more proficient they are.
Yep.
We don't want them to struggle to get through a set of defensive box of ammo. So this gun was very well intentioned, and so far the response has been tremendous.
Well, it's a gorgeous revolver, and something tells me that you're not stopping with just this. You're going to take this frame and go everywhere with it.
And in fact, the Cobra, as you know, it was also in the past, it was a lightweight frame gun, small frame revolver.
Right.
Cobra for us now will signify all our small frame revolvers. So this will be the first in a family of revolvers we're going to do in this line.
So we're going to see different barrel lengths?
Potentially different barrel lengths, different finishes, different fit on the small frame. But then again, this trigger assembly, the LL2, the way we've changed the leaf spring of the gun will actually be something we could scale up into other designs down the road. So stay tuned.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, the other thing you got there is what everybody, when we were out at the media range on Monday, everybody was shooting it. People, it's funny, they went over and they looked at the revolver, but when they shot this thing that you have in your hand, that's what they wanted to shoot.
We had people coming from all over to shoot this.
Tell them what you got.
So this is the Gold Cup, and the Gold Cup for us has been a staple in our line for many, many years. This particular stainless version was an 80 series gun, and for us it was a great gun, but we changed some of the key features on the gun to make it more updated for today's shooter. For instance, the first thing we thought about is for competitive and action pistol shooters, they want a magwell, so we created an integrated exactly.
Yeah.
We also checkered the gun, so it's tough for us, but the way we were able to do on a production gun to get this checkering at 25 lines per inch, as well as on the mainspring housing with this integrated magazine funnel, it is a tremendous fit and finish for the gun. And G10 grips, the blue and black grips, they just set off the stainless.
You got that Colt blue, yeah.
And the other thing we did that not too many people really realize until you really look at the gun, but we were able to keep the wide trigger, but also undercut the trigger guard. So our engineers worked long and hard to make sure that you can get high enough on the gun. As you know, the higher you are to that sight on the barrel, the better you can manage the recoil.
Sure.
And then the last thing that was done that was really innovative was the barrel structure itself is a standard profile barrel, much like a 45. So that even in 9mm, which is the first Gold Cup we're doing in 9mm,
smart,
it has a full profile barrel. So this gun shoots like crazy.
Well, I was just going to say, you grabbed me over there at the range and you got to come shoot this thing. I'm over there to shoot it. You know, of course, I had shot it with Mark when we did some video with you back at Gun Sight. But every time you shoot this gun, there's this weird thing that happens. You shoot it and you finish the magazine and you're just smiling.
I know.
I mean, you really are. You're just smiling.
Yeah,
you're going, wow, this is really cool. It's almost no recoil, and you can control it, and it feels great in the hands. You got good sights, and of course, you've got a fabulous trigger. And
the trigger itself, that was one of the things that we said. If we're going to build this gun as a competitive gun, we went back and put a 70 series action in the gun. And the other thing we added was a dual spring. So as you know, in our competition series, been very, very well received. It takes a lot of battery out of the gun. It manages recoil. You shoot the gun.
It feels different.
Yeah, it feels different because the early lockup is not much in terms of the spring, and then it really makes sure that you engage that.
But now the other thing you told me when we were out at Gun Sight, you said the spring lasts a long time.
Yeah, in fact, we got that feedback from the Marine Corps. That was kind of one of those the consequences that we weren't really intent on.
Right.
But the Marine Corps was telling us, where a single spring you might go, 4,000 or 5,000 rounds. Right. They're getting upwards of 16,000, 17,000 rounds on these dual springs. I heard a
20,000 round number.
We've heard that as well.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that we're really happy with the way the longevity of the spring, but how it's actually interacting with the slide itself.
That is terrific. So you got the Cobra, you got the Gold Cup. I know you got other things in the booth. We got way more than we could possibly talk about. But I did check. You also have all of the new stuff on the website now.
We do. We have all of our stuff, and we've updated our website. And actually, the other thing we're doing is we're putting more video content on our website for our consumers. So, in our view, when they come to our website and they're shopping Colt, we want to give them an immersive experience. They can, look at a video that was done on.
We all want to see guns going off.
Guns and gear or whatever it is,
yeah.
And we want to show that content off. And especially if they're interested in buying one of our guns, we want to show them as much of that content as available.
Sure. Basically, answer all the questions right up front.
Yep.
Here's all the info. Okay, so the website is?
Colt.com.
Colt.com. It's
pretty easy to get
pretty
to.
Simple.
The other thing, Tom, I was going to tell you is
sure.
that we're really pushing at the show the 9mm format. Not too many people realize how many of our 1911s actually come in 9mm, and we think it's really been an underserved caliber when we look at how the consumer.
And when people discover a 1911 and 9,
it's a dream.
Oh my gosh! They all go, "Holy cow! I had no idea."
Yeah, and if the FBI's adoption, the changes in bullets over the last 3 to 5 years, a tremendous performance difference in 9mm, especially defensive loads.
Yep.
And then if you consider the price of ammunition, I mean, there's just so many things going in the favor of 9mm that we think it's a great caliber for our pistols. And there's a lot of shops that just don't realize how much of our line is still not just in 45, but also in 9mm.
Everybody looks at it and says, oh, yeah, it's a Colt 45. No, it's a Colt 1911. You can get it in 9.
Yeah.
And what I tell people is, and you should get it in 9. You're going to love it. It's cheaper to shoot. You're going to love the recoil, and if you're talking about defensive, 9 works just as well. Hey, Paul, we got to run to a break here. Thank you for hosting us here. We're going to be here for the next 3 hours in the Colt booth. Paul Spitale from Colt, thank you again. We'll be right back with more Gun Talk.
Get the fastest semi-automatic trigger for your AR rifle with Franklin Armory's BFS trigger. The binary firing system offers a 3-position selector for binary, semi, and safe modes. In binary mode, your AR fires 1 round on pull and 1 round on release. Works in any AR, is easy to install, no paperwork needed. 100% U.S.-made, patent pending. The BFS trigger from Franklin Armory. At a dealer near you or at franklinarmory.com.
Attacks happen every day. How will you react? See real people put into real-life criminal attack situations on First Person Defender. Discover what works and what doesn't. Kidnapping, ATM robbery, home invasion, and other attacks. Learn how to save your life and the lives of your family. Get the entire first season on DVD at shopguntalk.com. Get prepared. shopguntalk.com.
If you're like me, you don't have money to burn, but you still want to buy guns, ammo, and accessories. That's why we created Gun Dealio. That's a free, yes, a free smartphone app. Just download it and start getting the deals. Could be discounts, offers of free magazines for your gun, or you could be the first to hear about new stuff from gun makers. Here's how it works. With Gun Dealio on your phone, you get alerts when you enter a gun store. Special deals, you know. You don't have to do a thing. It'll do a lot of other cool things, like let you watch gun videos and listen to Gun Talk podcast. Plus, check it anytime for hundreds of deals and offers. Getting more while spending less. Smart, huh? Gun Dealio. Made in America. Gluten-free. At the App Store and Google Play or gundealio.com.
The Springfield Armory SOCOM 16 CQB is a serious package of .308 firepower with a long military background. 10 inches shorter than the standard M1A with the standard 10-round or the optional 20-round magazine. It's a thunderous close-quarters battle rifle that stops, fights, fast. Ghost ring rear and tritium front sights with a 5-position adjustable cheek piece. The SOCOM 16 CQB is ready for anything. Springfield-Armory.com.
All right, back with you. We're in the Colt booth here at the SHOT Show 2017 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Having a ball, people walking by, waving at us, having a good time. We're having our friends come and sit down with us. Jamey Skousen and Ken Waddoups from Liberty Safe just came and sat down. And while we are talking about Liberty, we're also talking about Colt, right?
That's right.
So what's going on, man?
Well, I'll tell you what, we're really excited to introduce 2 new Colt safes. Including a handgun box as well to provide security for all those great firearms that are out there.
And, of course, the thing that everybody knows Liberty Safe. They know how good your stuff is, Ken. But they look at this and go, that's the most beautiful safe I've ever seen.
Yeah, we like to think so, and have the opportunity to make a custom Colt safe or a couple of them for them.
In Colt Blue.
Colt Blue.
Oh, man.
Beautiful safe.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It really is.
There's 2 models. There's a 25 gun size that's in a what we call a Colt Marble Blue. Mm-hmm. Has a custom door panel, different than the Liberty door panel. Huh. It also has installed interior lights. And then we have a Colt 35 in a high gloss blue. Beautiful safe.
Oh, yeah.
Again, custom Colt door panel, pin dot velour interior, and installed lights.
I have seen people walk in and with all these cool guns, walk right past the guns and go straight to the safe and just go, this thing is gorgeous. Really, haven't you seen that? Just
yes.
Go, I want this safe. It's just simple. And we know a safe is a safe, except sometimes a safe is more than a safe. You guys have made a statement here. I love that you're working with Colt on this.
Yeah, we find interesting when people first get a Liberty safe, a Colt safe, they just want to spend time with it. It's fun to open it up, close it, open it back up.
You know what it is? They're putting their hand on quality. When you open that door, you go, oh, yeah, this is the real deal. I mean, I've got a fat boy. When I open that thing up, it's kind of like, man, this is a real safe.
Yeah, in fact, what's amazing about it, when you actually look at the cost of a safe versus all the value of what you're putting on the inside,
exactly,
you really find that it's a great investment.
Well, you know what I've always said? I said, look, here's the deal. I want you to just go stand there and look at your guns. And, you get them one at a time, and you don't really realize how much you've got in all your guns. And now tell me that, the security of those is not important. And everybody goes, oh, yeah, there's a whole lot more than I realized. It's always the way, isn't it?
Well, it's not only true with the security aspect, but it's also true with the fire protection. Well, both of these Colt safes have a 75-minute fire protection.
And you guys have a cool warranty on that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come with Liberty's lifetime warranty. What that means, if the safe is ever damaged or destroyed in a fire, attempted break-in, Liberty Safe will send in a locksmith, open up the safe so the owner can get their contents out, remove the damaged safe. Liberty brings a brand new safe, delivered, installed, no cost to the customer.
You do realize that's crazy. I mean, really.
It doesn't happen very often in any industry.
No, I mean, through no fault of yours, safe gets damaged, eaten up in a fire, and you guys will replace it.
Yeah, Tom, it's as simple as this. When people buy our product, they buy it to protect what they value. And if they have the unfortunate incident of going through a tragedy, they still need a safe to protect what they value, and it's our way to stand behind the product and stand behind that customer.
Didn't you guys have a tornado hit his house, picked up the safe, took his safe off?
Yep, block and a half, and then he came back to it. Everything was still in good condition.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You must have like file drawers full of letters that you get from people.
We do. In fact, we just went over 35,000 reviews online where people talk about the satisfaction that comes from the peace of mind that comes when they have that safe at home. They know that when they go on vacation or they go on the hunt or just being around the home.
It's funny you say that, because before I got a safe, and this is just me personally, honest to Pete, I would worry when I was on a trip. I mean, I really would. Man, if somebody broke in, they could get all my guns.
Yep.
And it was just this weird sense of security, of peace of mind or something when I got the safes and the guns in there. Yes, I know nothing is absolutely foolproof, but I just feel good about knowing that my guns are in a safe when I'm not there.
Well, Tom, even to add to that story, we have a device called a Safe Alert, so that when people are away from their homes for extended periods of time, it's just a little box that hooks up to your Wi-Fi, and it monitors your safe. It tells you what the internal temperature is, the humidity, tells you if the door's been open or closed, tells you if it senses vibration, i.e. someone's trying to break into it, and it sends you a text message, email, or both.
Holy cow.
So it's a device to protect your safe.
This is an accessory you get, you put it inside your safe.
Yes,
And it even works. We actually had a customer who was on vacation.
Yeah.
He got an alert on his phone that said that there's movement. He knew no one was home, called the police. They showed up, caught two guys trying to break into his safe, and hauled him away.
Wow, that's very cool.
Well, Tom, I want to come back to your earlier comment about, when people get a new safe. I was listening to a lady named Dana, and she was describing her new safe, and she says, I spent 4 hours organizing my safe, putting this item here and that, and getting my guns organized just exactly where I wanted them. And she was just thrilled and tickled to have this opportunity to not only put her guns in it, but realizing, hey, there's so many other things that I value that a safe is a perfect place to put those things in.
Could I get Dana's phone number? I need somebody to come organize my safe,
too. Yeah, she'll be in her booth Friday at 8:30.
Actually, and you do have accessories, those rods that you got.
Rifle rods.
Rods, and they basically get you more space so you're not leaning things over.
They do.
You sell all those. You've got a whole line of accessories that enhance what you can do with your safe to get maximum utility out of it.
Well, we recognize every customer maybe has some uniqueness in what they want to store and how they want to store it. And so we have all kinds of options for them to customize that safe to how they want to store their items. A lot of accessories.
You have one of the coolest factories. We've been in there a number of times shooting video and throwing safes off of buildings and silly stuff that we do together with you guys.
We love to do that.
Stick dynamite in them and everything else.
That's really fun.
We've got to show how tough they are.
But watching your people work and taking sheet metal, steel, and turning it into safes is an amazing process. And I mean, for people to watch it, we get a whole lot of steel comes in and a whole lot of safes go out the door.
Well, we take a lot of pride in what we do.
By the way, you're doing that right there in Utah. These are American.
Yep, we're in Payson, Utah. We're building 400 safes a day right now. In fact, we're excited to announce that here at the SHOT Show, we have our 2 millionth safe that we built earlier this month.
Wow.
And we're giving it away. All you got to do is go onto our Facebook page at Facebook, at Liberty Safe Facebook page, and enter to win. Put your name in there with your email.
Somebody's going to win a safe. What model is it?
It's a Presidential 50. It's worth $7,000.
Holy
custom paint job.
Yep.
And you'll deliver it.
And we'll deliver it, and we install it.
Holy smoke. That's fabulous.
Yeah, so we do take great pride in this, and this is a real celebration for us to be able to surpass 2 million safes since 1988.
I mean, you guys are far and away the biggest gun safe company.
We're the biggest manufacturer in the United States. We're one of the only few that we know of that actually make ongoing investments in the United States. We believe that this is a need for American gun owners. Only makes sense that this product is made here in the United States. We make safes very different than anybody else in the industry that bring a structural integrity to our boxes that our competition cannot match.
After I got to know Jamey, you kind of turned me on to it. And our safe, in addition to guns and other stuff, we have like car titles, important documents, birth certificates, and you got the document pouches in there that give you extra protection from fire,
right.
That kind of a thing. And you start thinking, well, we could also put this in there, and then we could put this in there, which is the reminder, everybody, pick the one you want and then buy the next larger size.
Yeah, it's our number one complaint is I wished I would have bought a bigger safe.
It's so true.
And it's because people do end up putting more than they ever thought they possibly could.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that you've got that extra protection, because security's an important aspect as well as fire protection. There's just some things that you can't replace.
Right.
There might be that hand-me-down gun that has that sentimental value.
Yeah, it may not be a dollar value.
Correct.
Thing. Yes.
So that's one of the nice things about having security in the home.
No, exactly right. So it's a fabulous product. The information is on your website, obviously, libertysafe.com.
Yep.
Libertysafe.com?
That's correct.
Okay, easy. Go to the Facebook page. You can enter for a chance to win the 2 millionth.
That is correct.
I can't believe you guys are giving that away.
Presidential 50. It's a beautiful platinum finish. It says right on it, 2 millionth safe. And it's our serial numbered safe that we're honored to be able to give it away, and it's worth $7,000.
That is fabulous. Well, I know you guys are always turning out stuff. And we should, in the 30 seconds I have left, you also have the small handgun vaults, the safes. And for people who want to keep a handgun in the bedroom or in the living room or keep one in each, that way you've got instant access, but it keeps away from unauthorized access. Right?
Yeah, we introduced that about 3 years ago, and it's far exceeded our expectations.
All that's on the website also, right?
Yes.
Yep, libertysafe.com.
And also check out, you can also find a local dealer on the website.
That's correct.
Thank you, guys. You got it all in here.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
All righty. All right. Don't go anywhere, because we are still at the SHOT Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll be coming back in just a little bit. We're in the Colt booth. We're having a bunch of fun around here, let me just tell you. We got people walking by, and we're going to have some new things to tell you about, because this is where all the new stuff gets seen.
Welcome back to Gun Talk, live from the 2017 SHOT Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. From the Colt booth, here's Tom Gresham.
All righty, back with you. Tom Gresham, it is Gun Talk. Yes, indeed, we are broadcasting from the floor of the SHOT Show 2017. We're in the Colt booth, having a bunch of fun, looking at the videos up here. Yeah, everybody's got videos, and it's kind of weird because we actually produced a lot of those videos, so it's weird when you walk into a booth and you go, wait, that's me. But it is great. I tell you what, lots of cool stuff. A lot of things going on there, a lot of buzz around here. And one of the things I was curious about, you remember right after the election when everybody said, oh, gosh, Trump won, that's just going to kill gun sales. That's just going to be terrible for gun sales. Gun sales are going to drop. But I kept saying, no. That's not going to happen. And everybody's, oh, no, you don't understand. People who bought guns because of President Obama, they're going to stop buying guns. I said, no, that's not why they're buying guns now. They're buying guns because they like guns, and they're getting into shooting, and there's just a whole new crop of people out there. Well, I'm walking around the show here, and I'm going into, Ruger and Smith and Colt and, all the gun companies here. I'm just looking around here. From where I am right now, I can see Weatherby and Mossberg and, Crossman even, Browning. And I said, how is it? And they said, well, it's fine. I mean, we're doing well. We're taking a lot of orders here. Sales are good. So, yeah, I know. I said, now, have you seen a shift? I said, yeah, a little bit. Maybe a little bit less on the black rifles, and maybe a little bit more on the hunting side and on the self-defense side. We've got people walking by out there. I see John Hollister walking by right there. Hello, John. He's moving fast. He's going somewhere. I don't know. Coming back. Okay, John Hollister, who you've seen us on doing a lot of TV together with SIG, shooting the suppressors and a lot of the full auto fun stuff with the giggle switches on it. But, yeah, the mood is very good. And what's happened is in the last 8 years, we've had a whole bunch of people take up shooting. And they've gotten into it maybe because they were worried that they wouldn't be able to buy a gun. Maybe because they said, well, I'm just going to go buy an AR because I'll get one before they stop letting me have one. Or maybe they got into it because it was self-defense. No matter what the reason is, they got into it. And then they started shooting it. And then went, hey, this is kind of fun. I kind of like this stuff. We ought to do more of this. So what you have now is a whole group of people who are new to shooting who are into it. And they're not into it because of a political thing going on. So as you walk around here, just as I predicted, sales are good. Gun sales are going to continue to go up because good people are buying guns for self-defense, for recreation, just because they want to. You know, and you combine that and look at all the growth of these, what we call country clubs, the high-end shooting ranges where people are going out. You got millennials out there shooting. They're into it now. It is just a whole bunch of fun. Come on in here, Ryan. How you doing, man? I'm going to put this headset on you. We're just going to yak, all right? I tell you, we're doing hot seat moving around here. We are having so much fun. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to turn you up.
Okay.
All right, check that one. See how that works for you.
How does I sound?
You sound great. Ryan Fellows from Franklin Armory. How you doing? Grab a chair.
Not too bad, Tom. Thanks for having me on.
How's the show?
It's been great. It's been really busy,
I'm just
really
saying,
popular.
the mood is good, isn't it?
It absolutely is. There's a lot of upbeat, happy people, I think, with the political atmosphere right now.
You know, and there were people who said, well, gun sales are going to go down. Not seeing that at all.
No, definitely not for us.
Yeah. So tell people what you guys do.
So we're an AR-15 manufacturer.
Okay, Franklin Armory.
That's correct, yeah, Franklin Armory. I'm the chief engineer for them. And our big claim to fame has got to be our binary firing system.
Yes, yes.
It's a trigger system, 3-position selectable, safe, semi, and what we call binary.
Okay, and binary being two.
Exactly,
goes
yes.
two ways. So when you pull the trigger, it goes bang, and then when you release the trigger, it goes bang.
Absolutely.
How's that for a description?
That's pretty spot on. Yeah. The one thing I'd really like to mention is the safety factor.
Okay.
If you pull the trigger and you get your first shot and you don't want to release a shot,
okay,
you can always switch it back into semi and it'll cancel that shot. So you're never dedicated to firing release rounds.
So while you have the trigger pulled back, you can just flip the safety
absolutely
to the semi, and then you can release the trigger and it won't fire.
You got it.
So you do have complete control over it. You're not committed to firing 2 shots every time.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a huge liability, and it's a big turnoff for people.
Well, sure it is. I'm sure it's probably the question you get more than any other.
Yeah, just about.
So, okay, how fast? I mean, that's everybody wants to know. How fast can you shoot, right? I mean, that's the other question.
Oh, absolutely. Well, there are plenty of videos on YouTube that can attest to how fast you can go, but generally speaking, you can go faster than the rifle can go, honestly.
Really?
Yeah,
you can outdrive the rifle.
Yeah, what I mean by that is, you look at a full auto rifle, right, and there's a sear trip that won't let the hammer go forward until...
It's the limitation.
Exactly. It limits how fast it can go.
It's a governor, if you will.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah, theoretically, you can actually go faster than full auto because you can get that hammer going up sooner than it would if it had just waited for a sear trip.
Do you end up having to wait for the gun?
To an extent, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I know some of the competition shooters say, yeah, I shoot so fast, I actually sometimes have to wait for the gun.
Yeah, that's probably a good way of putting it. The way I like to tell people is, say your gun is just naturally timed to be about a 600 round a minute gun,
right?
And you happen to pull it 601 rounds a minute because you're that fast,
right?
You can go faster than the gun. You have a situation where it basically won't detonate because the hammer follows it up.
I mean, not a lot of us are going to be able to do that.
No, it's you got to get in a pretty quick rhythm to get there, but that's totally mitigatable. We sell upgraded buffer springs. We suggest lighter carriers,
okay,
so your gun go even faster.
So you can fine tune the AR to take full advantage of the trigger.
Yeah, you can get your AR running a lot faster than it was and faster than it would if you just dropped an auto sear into it.
Well, that's pretty cool. Tell you what, Ryan, hold on a second. I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to talk, sell some soap. We'll come back. I want to talk about this a little bit more and what's involved in getting into the gun, that kind of thing, okay? All right, we'll be right back with more Gun Talk.
Built to perform in the harshest conditions, the Ruger American pistol can take it all, from ice to dust and everything in between. The Ruger American pistol features a short take-up trigger, no-vac sights, and a recoil-reducing barrel cam with low-mass slide for reduced felt recoil. Plus, a modular grip system with 3 sizes to fit almost any hand. Check it out at Ruger.com. The Ruger American pistol. because anything else would be un-American.
If you carry a gun, you need training. Your concealed carry class was definitely not training. But time, money, and obligations keep you from spending days at a shooting school. The trusted folks at Gun Talk can help. Concealed Carry 1, our DVD featuring the VADA Group, covers what gun, what holster, how to carry, where to wear your gun, and much more. Visit shopguntalk.com. That's shopguntalk.com. Look, this really is life and death. Learn how to stay aware, how to get away, and how to fight if you must. At shopguntalk.com, you can get the 2 DVD set, including Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. No matter what gun you carry, this vital training info can save your life. Learn the draw, the stance, reloading, vital gear from Gun Talk. That's shopguntalk.com. shopguntalk.com.
Laser sights are an essential firearms training tool, improving the skill level of the shooter by enhancing proper fundamentals like sight alignment and trigger control, and providing life-saving practices that can be depended on in moments of crisis. Call 800-442-2406 or visit crimsontrace.com for a free copy of our laser training video, The Laser's Edge, and learn why Crimson Trace is making laser sights standard equipment.
All right, we're back here. We're here. Sitting right, fellas. We're talking guns during the break, right? I mean, it's what we do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So we're talking about the 22 Nozzler. We're going through the details of that and going, okay, well, how about the 6.8? You guys are AR guys.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's going on in the AR world? There's still demand out there. What are people? I mean, obviously, your trigger is the cool deal right now. I mean,
Thank you.
3-position safety. Let's see, safe, semi, and binary.
Correct.
Where it'll fire when you pull it and fire it when you release it, and you can go pretty fast. It occurred to me that is like if all you want to do is like just do double taps.
Yes.
That's got to be one of the coolest ways to do a double tap. Pop up.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that we were thinking about going into this is that there's a muscle relaxation upon release.
Yes.
So you're not tensing your muscles. It's immediately following the pull that you just did. So the thought being that you're going to be much more accurate with that follow-up shot than if you had just been able to pull twice the same time.
Sure.
Yeah.
To what extent do you have to kind of just work with it and get the feel of it at the range so you can really take advantage of it?
It's very, very small, short learning curve.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had it out at range day yesterday. 2 days ago. And, people get it in about a mag. We give them a magazine, say, hey, try this out. Try a couple slow shots, speed it up until you feel comfortable, and start rocking and rolling. And it's really quick how people get a feel for that.
That's pretty cool. What do you have to do to your gun to put this in? Is this just the same? It's more than just replacing a trigger.
Not much more, to be totally honest. Yeah, so I mean, it takes a mil-spec hammer.
Okay.
The trigger assembly itself is very similar to what you see in just a standard AR-15 trigger. It's got a trigger, a disconnector. It's got a third component that really makes the magic happen, and then it's also got a custom safety selector. And the way that we package it is the hammer installs like normal, and that trigger assembly just comes pre-assembled with a little slave pin in it, and you just punch your regular pin through, punches the slave pin out, and you're installed.
Now, your receiver, your lower, is not going to have a marking for a binary switch. So what do you do there?
That's correct. With the triggers, we sell a sticker that pops over the side of it that shows all 3 positions.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, sweet. And you got all that on your website, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So what else are you guys working on now?
Well, we got a few things. One is this binary trigger. This year, we have expanded to the HK series platform.
Oh, really?
Yep. We got the prototype shown off at our booth. We've also expanded to the ACR.
Nice.
What else do we have new? Oh, well, our other claim to fame besides the binary trigger is our F-17 rifle, which is an AR-15 chambered in 17 Winchester Super Magnum.
No kidding.
Yep, and it's, as far as we can tell, and we've had a lot of people look for this for us too, as far as we can tell, it's the world's only piston-driven rimfire.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we have that.
I'm processing that one and going, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I definitely suggest looking into it, especially for varmint shooters or folks in restricted states where rimfire is an exemption.
Yeah. And, I mean, for those who don't know, that's a serious cartridge.
Yeah, that's a hard hitter. It's the fastest rimfire on the market right now.
I mean, you could make the argument that if you can't have a 223, you're not giving up all that much for most uses and going to this.
Absolutely. Yeah, people hear rimfire and they think, oh, a 22 or maybe a 22 Magnum. But no, this one's a little heavy hitter.
It's a whole different deal.
Yeah.
So, the other thing I'd like for you to talk about for a second is the advantage or the value to varmint hunters of using in the AR platform. Because traditionally, we use bolt actions and all that. But, I mean, you go out varmint hunting now and everybody's running ARs.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, and I'll preface this with I'm not a varmint hunter.
Okay.
But the kind of guys that come and buy our rifles for varmint hunting are the kind of guys that have a lot of targets to shoot at. They have a lot of ground squirrels.
Yeah, got a lot. I mean, ground squirrels is like the earth is moving out there sometimes.
Yeah.
There's so many of them. And you can stay in the gun.
Yeah.
You don't have to come up off of it. You just stay in the scope. You just shoot, move to the next target, shoot, move to the next target, shoot.
Absolutely. And the recoil is so manageable in the AR platform in particular that you're back on target very quickly.
Speaking of recoil in ARs, the value of a comp, it's like a big deal, isn't it? In terms of keeping the muzzle down.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the difference, just if you've ever shot with no muzzle device and then shot with a comp, world of difference.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of like, oh man, I can see the hits through the scope. I never come off the target, that kind of a thing. Okay, so when people want to get the binary firing system,
correct?
All right, BFS. Do they need to go to a dealer? Can they buy it directly from you guys? What's the best way to go?
So yeah, I mean, we have a relationship with a lot of distributors out there. We also have a lot of dealers, and we're getting tons of new dealers here at the show.
Okay.
And we also sell direct online from our website. So.
Okay. What's the website?
It's franklinarmory.com.
Pretty easy, franklinarmory.com. So have you been able to look at anything around here? You seen anything cool, or are you just working the booth?
I've been a little bit busy up until this point. Tomorrow is going to be my day to go check out the show.
It's so funny. Usually like the third or fourth day is the only time anybody actually gets to go out because you're just working the booth. You're just swamped right now.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's interesting. People said, well, I think maybe the crowd is a little bit lighter this year, but very enthusiastic. It's like the mood is good.
Absolutely. There's a great energy here, and that's, I think, the best way to describe it. There's a really good energy, a lot of people excited to see stuff. It's not the same old SHOT Show.
Well, the election.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the election.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, people said we didn't know if we were going to be coming here, and everybody's going to be like walking around gloom and doom, and we're just going to have to fight the horrible battle because, we know what Hillary was up to, and now they're going, wow, hey, it's like freedom.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah, I think everyone really realizes how different it could have been.
Yeah, and as a result, one of the things that's happened is we have a ton of new products coming out here.
Yeah.
Companies that may have been sitting back and saying, well, we don't have to bring anything new because everybody's afraid they're buying everything. Now they're saying, okay, all that stuff we've been developing for a while, kick it out the door. And, man, you walk around here, there's just new guns, new stuff, like you guys, triggers, accessories. Everywhere you go, there's something cool.
Oh, yeah, that's the name of the game. I mean, the AR market is pretty saturated with actual AR rifles. So being innovative and coming up with something new, not just another AR, really is the key to being successful in this market.
Absolutely. So the website again, franklinarmory.com?
franklinarmory.com.
Ryan, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. All righty. You take care. All right. We are still at the SHOT Show here. We're having some fun. We actually are in the Colt booth. I'm looking around here, and had Mark back there. We may end up having him come over and do no, that doesn't work. A demo on the radio. It doesn't quite work here. If you've ever seen Mark shoot, it is quite something. We've got some really cool shooters for Colt, and obviously they have fun stuff. If you haven't checked it out, check out their website, Colt.com. We will be back in just a minute with more from the SHOT Show 2017 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't go far because we're going to be telling you some new things that have been introduced here. All right, I'm back with you, and I am drafting a friend who just walked by. Johnny Dury from Dury's Guns just walked by. Hey, Johnny.
How you doing?
You didn't know you were going to be on the radio, did you?
I did not.
I just waved the headset at him. Said, "Come over, sit down here." So, just how big was that snake you had on your Facebook page?
That snake was the biggest one that I've ever seen. Just
big old rattlesnake,
a 6-foot rattlesnake. But the deal with him was the girth was so big.
So
on
fat.
It was.
I mean, you're a big fella, and when you held that thing up, because usually, I mean, when you hold a snake up, it doesn't look that big because you're what, 6'3"?
6'5".
You're 6'5". Okay.
Yeah.
This snake looked big when you held it up.
Yeah, and he was so thick from the front to the back with it. It was it's the biggest snake I've ever seen. And we've killed big snakes down there.
Well, you had an interesting time because you had a rat burned up one of your four-wheel rigs.
You know what? That ended up not being a rat. That was a recall on that.
Oh,
on
was
that,
it? You burned
that side by side.
You burned up your UTV.
I did. It burned it all the way to the ground. And so it burned up on Saturday. I got the urgent recall notice on Tuesday that says, "Do not drive your UTV. It's got an extreme fire danger." Well, that was too late.
You got the pictures of it burning up.
Oh, yeah.
But you had an interesting comment. Said if you've got an ATV or a UTV, you need a fire extinguisher on it.
Oh, exactly. And, we were so lucky. Nobody wants to lose their UTV on it, and none of us got hurt, and it was perfect on that. But we were lucky it had rained that night, or it would have burned the whole country down.
Sure, you'd have set fire to everything in Texas.
God, it would have been terrible with that. So we were just really lucky on it. But if you have a UTV, we'll put a fire extinguisher on it because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and you could be out in the middle of nowhere, and that, yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought the only thing it could have been was a rat nest in there, but that ended up not being the case with it. And we took good pictures of it as it did that. So it's going back to the engineers to be able for them to fix it where it's not going to do something else.
How's business?
Business is good. We had a great December. November was a little tough around the election just because the first week and a half was just on hold, waiting to see what was going on. And so the last 2 weeks of November were really good, but it couldn't make up for the first week and a half with it.
Right.
We had a really strong December, and January has come on really strong with it. So.
And your deal, for those who don't know, DurysGuns.com, when you buy a gun there, used or new, let me just repeat that, used guns come with a warranty, a lifetime warranty.
Lifetime warranty.
You're crazy to do that, right?
Well, it's only worked since 1959. We're going to keep doing it.
I guess it's going to work then.
Yeah, our new program is Grow Up, Trade Up. So if you buy, what we were concerned about is these people that weren't buying their kids properly fitted guns. They said, well, we'll just grow into them because they didn't want to spend the money.
Yeah.
So what Dury's is doing now, if you buy your kid a gun that's fitted to them, when they outgrow it, we'll give you 100% of the money back on that one to the purchase of the next gun that fits. There's nobody else does that.
No, because I know your commitment to getting youngsters into the shooting sports and hunting.
That's right, and we want to get them in there with the proper guns.
Right.
And so,
because I tell people, I say, look, if you give a kid a gun that's too big, it's like you trying to shoot a 16-pound shotgun. You can't do that.
No, you can't do that. And the problem is so many of these parents are so I don't know whether they're going to like it or this, that. But you give them a gun that's too big, well, the chances are not going to like it.
They're not going to like it. Yeah.
So we decided that we'll take the hit on that. Let them go shoot it. They outgrow it. I don't care how much wear they put on it. When they trade it for the next one, we'll give them all their money back.
Full money back.
All of it.
DurysGuns.com. Also, of course, you got the warranty on the new and the used guns. But the other thing is you're always looking for more guns to sell. So if people have got used guns they want to sell, whether it's 1 or 100, give you a call. You can take care of it.
That's right. Estates or you just got too many or you want to upgrade your collection, we can help with all that.
Yeah, if Grandpa dies and he's got a closet full of guns and you don't know what to do with them, call Johnny. And I would tell you, I did exactly that. And people always say, well, but I want to work with somebody I can trust. They can trust you, my friend.
That's
always.
Right. Yeah.
You just, that's just the deal. All right. Now that I've Shanghaied you, I'm going to put you back to work. Go back to work. Go get on the floor.
Tom. Appreciate you.
All righty. Johnny Dury, thank you so much, man. What a great family, a great family-owned company. I got all the Dury's folks all around here, right here. They're just, everyone to the last one is super people. Laura, you guys take care. All righty. We are here with all of our friends. As you can tell, I grab them, I make use of them. If you can't take advantage of your friends, why do you have them in the first place? We'll be right back.